are y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. I got a lot to share, and I thought that I'd share a little bit this afternoon about my own journey, my own personal journey. It's been a while since I've given an update to the channel on just what's been going on with me. I've given a lot of updates on what is going on in the world of GLP-1 medications. We, of course, had the American Diabetes Association Scientific Forum that they had about a week and a half ago, and we got tons and tons of information about Retatrutide, about orforglipron, and we got medication information about new GLP-1 medications from other drug manufacturers as well. Novo Nordisk, Viking Therapeutics, Boehringer Ingelheim, so many other GLP-1 medications. And guys, if you thought Retatrutide or Retatrutide was exciting, some of the other stuff that's in the pipeline is just super exciting too. And so I've done some videos recently on those. I feel like I'm getting punished by YouTube by not making videos every single day, which is ridiculous because I put so much effort into these videos. And just because I don't like to regurgitate the same content every week doesn't mean that I'm not committed to making content. But I don't know, YouTube's algorithm can be frustrating sometimes. But yeah, let's get into my journey. If you're here, let me know in the comments that you're here. If there's anything that you would like me to talk about specifically today, please let me know in the comments as well. But I'm going to get right into it. So I started my journey on November 8th, 2022. That's when I started my journey with Manjaro, I should say. That was about a year after my type 2 diabetes diagnosis. And it was a frustrating year for me prior to going on keto, controlling my sugars well, but not losing any weight, still having really high levels of insulin. And that ultimately led to using Manjaro. Happy Sunday, Randy's. Manjaro has been a game changer for me from a diabetic standpoint, right? I'm able to eat normal people food, normal people portions, and feel normal people full. Just this feeling of normalcy. And some people say that they don't like the word normal because it's, there is no normal. But normal for me is what I mean when I say that. I feel like this is what it must feel like to have a normal homeostasis, be normal metabolically, be normal in my hormonal function, just general feeling of normalcy as it relates to not only my blood sugars, my food that I eat, and feeling, just normal as a diabetic person. It's just such a gift in that way. I dropped down from 312 pounds when I started Manjaro. At my lowest about 3 or 4 months ago, I was at about 276. Right now, I'm at about 283. So you might say, why the weight gain? So I was on 15 milligrams for several months, and I had to titrate back due to really bad migraines, which I kind of attributed to the Manjaro usage. And once I got titrated back a ways, the migraines pretty much all but disappeared, which was a really, really great thing for me to not have to be dealing with debilitating migraines. But my blood sugars shot up and my weight shot up. So I had titrated back eventually all the way to 5 milligrams, and then spent a couple months at 7.5. And now I'm on the 10 milligram shot again. I just filled 10 milligrams a couple of days ago. I got the 10 milligram shot in me, and that is making a big difference. It usually does for me. I notice when I change doses, when I go up doses, I really feel that effect for the first week, and then that tends to wane a bit. So I am hoping to get back up to the 15 milligram dose and to be able to tolerate that well. I'm also excited to see, I think that it's just 15 milligram is going to be the peak for the weight loss version of Manjaro, but I am interested to see if it comes in a little bit higher than 15 milligrams. I just feel like I could tolerate it, but I don't know. They know better than me. So it'll be interesting to see. Julie's been on since November 11th, so we started a couple days apart. Pound it. Awesome, Julie. Thank you also, Julie and Randy's, for being members of the channel. You are helping me to do this thing here. It's such an encouragement to have you as members. So yeah, I'm titrating to the 7 or to from the 7.5 to the 10, and it's good. It's just good to be kind of moving slow, a little bit slower through the doses, but it popped my weight back up to go back to 5 milligrams and even spent it at 7.5. I really didn't get any appetite suppression at all with those versions or those levels of Manjaro. So now on the 10, and it's making a difference. We'll see how long that difference lasts. Like I said, it usually is about the first shot. But the most exciting thing for me right now is that my blood sugars are so much better controlled on 10 than even they were on 7.5. So that extra 2.5 makes a pretty big difference. And it seems like with the blood sugars, once Mounjaro has the blood sugar under control at a certain dose, that effect doesn't seem to wane for me. So that's an important distinction as a type 2 diabetic. And I know that most of you that watch this channel are not diabetics. You're dealing with obesity, perhaps some insulin resistant, but not full-fledged type 2 diabetes. And it's just a different game when you're diabetic, as far as, you know, what you're hoping for. I think my expectations when I started Manjaro were a lot higher from the weight loss standpoint, and I think that's where I was most excited. But I think the most benefit that I've really seen from Manjaro is really the sugar control and being able to kind of unwire my brain from this horrible thinking that I had of certain foods being bad, though there are certain foods that are not great if you're diabetic to eat, as far as what it does to your blood sugars. I was just so twisted in my thinking that, you know, Manjaro has been a gift in that way. Elizabeth, welcome to the stream. Terrence, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. If you're new to the channel, please like the stream, and also follow the channel if you could. Really trying to continue to grow this thing here on YouTube. The community is growing into something really special. Carla, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. It's just so good to have you all. So yeah, we are just rocking and rolling with the 10 milligram. I'm feeling much better. I gotta tell you, before I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, one of the things that I was really, really struggling with was uncontrollable fatigue. And I'm talking about like next level fatigue, the kind of fatigue that like 1 minute you're fine and the next minute you want to go to sleep. Like almost like a narcolepsy, almost that level of fatigue is sleepiness. Fatigue isn't even the right word, like sleep, just outright sleepiness. And with the 7.5 and the 5 milligram being down that low, I felt that again, because I was feeling the wild blood sugar swings. And so not only has life been crazy, but I've been, you know, basically running on fumes for the last month. So getting back up in doses is a really good gift to me. And I am planning on, I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So I'll be seeing my doctor tomorrow at about noon. So I'll give you all an update on what the doctor has to say about, and we're going to run labs and do the whole thing. And so I'll be able to give you an update on, you know, where all of my labs sit compared to before. We'll go over those on the channel. I am hoping that we're able to get in through on the pen live on Thursday this week. And I hope, you know, we've been running, you know, best of shows the last few weeks just because I haven't been available to do them. But I fully intend to get back into the rhythm of doing those. I've been over on TikTok. If you're over on TikTok and you haven't followed Man on the Manjaro over there, you want to follow me there. I'm really enjoying doing some of the short form videos. It gives me a little bit more freedom when I don't have to sit down and record a 5 or 10 minute thing and edit it and upload it, create a thumbnail and the whole deal. So I'm creating some content over there. So if you want to follow me over there, feel free to follow me over there. Hey, Vanessa, welcome to the stream. Welcome to all the members. If you're new to the channel, let me know that you're here, and also give the channel a follow. So yeah, but I will do a longer form video this week on the update from the labs that I get from the doctor's office, and I will be hopefully doing a Thursday night edition of On the Pen Live this week. It may be time to reevaluate the night of the week that we do that again. I don't know, but I do plan to get back to that weekly live stream. Maybe I'll put a poll up on the channel here in the next couple of days and see what everybody would prefer for that, and see if I can get I know there's a lot of people who are in different time zones that it's just tough for them to get on. You know, I'm in the central time zone, so I feel like 9 o'clock central is really a good time, but for my East Coasters, that's getting a little bit late. And for my West Coasters, that's, you know, 7 o'clock. So it's just hard to kind of determine what time is best, but we'll get back to that. So I'm excited to share that. more information with you this week, and some of the creators that I've met over there on TikTok. There's some awesome nurse practitioners that do really great content when it comes to not only Manjaro, but GLP-1s in general. If you are on a GLP-1 that is not Mounjaro and you're here, let me know in the comments. I really, a lot of my content has been Manjaro focused over the last 8 or so months that I've been, almost 9 months that I've been making videos, because I've been on Manjaro. But the more I get into this, the more I appreciate the fact that there are so many really great GLP-1 drugs like Ozempic and Wegovy, which would be semaglutide, but they're not the only utide out there. So you have dulaglutide, liraglutide, lots of other GLP-1 medications. I ran into somebody at the grocery store today with my family who's a type 2 diabetic who is under Medicare coverage, and they couldn't get reasonable coverage for Manjaro, and they told me that they were on Saxenda, Victoza, whichever one's the diabetic one, and that it was treating them very well. So it's awesome that there's other ones out there, and so we cover them all here on this channel. So don't feel like this is just Manjaro. This is on the pen with Man and the Manjaro, on the pen GLP-1 medications, and as some of these new medications come out, some of us won't even be on the pen anymore. We'll be on a pill, because those are getting more and more powerful and easy to use. Vanessa said, my PBM is swapping to Express Scripts in January, so I'm going to have to swap to Trulicity for maintenance. Interesting. Yeah, Trulicity is an interesting medication. Obviously, it doesn't have the weight loss profile, but it is a GLP-1 medication. It is kind of Lilly's first iteration of a GLP-1 medication, same injector pen and everything, but different drug. I've heard of people doing really well on Trulicity, and I've heard of others that have gone from Manjaro to Trulicity, and it hasn't been that great. So I hope that it works well for you. Carla must be old because I'm in bed by 9 Central. Yeah, I know how that goes. If I had the choice, I would be too, maybe because I'm up at 5 a.m. most days. My wife is just on the other side of this camera acting a fool. I'm going to flip the screen around. Yep, she's gone. See, the second I get serious with her, she's all the fun and games. And Amy, I'm supposed to switch from Manjaro to Wegovy, but can't find the dose I need, so paying for Manjaro until I can switch. Okay, Amy, one of the things that I've heard from a lot of people, and I would really caution you, if they're trying to start you on, like, say 2.4 Wegovy because you're on 15 milligrams, don't. Ask for the lower dose of Wegovy. Start low. It gives you somewhere to go. And this is not medical advice. This is just like what I'm hearing anecdotally, right? And this is just what I would do for myself. I would say start on a lower dose because it gives you somewhere to go. And I know you're scared of the food cravings coming back and everything, but like maybe don't start on the lowest dose, but definitely don't start on the highest dose. I see a lot of people doing that and they don't do well. Semaglutide and Tirzepatide are different drugs. Even though they both have a GLP-1 receptor agonist component, they're not the same drug. And I think that Manjaro with the GIP, the way that they calibrate, the GLP-1 versus the GIP, there's just less side effects for people on Manjaro generally, and so you'll just want to ease into it. Vanessa is asking the same question. You can do a higher dose of Wegovy based upon what you're on with Manjaro. You can, and I wouldn't say necessarily start at the lowest dose, but I also say don't start at the highest dose if you can avoid it. Also, the higher doses of Wegovy are in shortage, so they might just plumb be harder to get. And 1 milligram is what her doctor said won't go any higher. If you're diabetic, Amy, and you can't find Wegovy, maybe have them write a script for Ozempic, same drug. And then when the larger doses, because all Wegovy is Ozempic in a higher dose, basically, at least at the upper doses. Due to insurance, Vanessa was on 7.5, and when she did temporary Ozempic, it was 1 milligram. And I don't remember, how did you tolerate that, Vanessa? Oh, you had the allergy. Yeah, that's right. You had a bad allergy to the semaglutide. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. So I hope we got some questions answered for you. In the meantime, there's 29 people here and 9 likes. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream real quick and hitting the share button too, so that other people can see this. really trying to really trying to compensate for, you know, the last 6 weeks of not being able to do the longer form videos, which has been kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for those of you who are hitting the likes. Elizabeth, lucky enough, Manjaro has been a game changer for you. Lost 22 pounds so far in your A1C from 6.6 to 5.4 in 6 months. That's awesome. And Elizabeth, that's kind of the same track that I've been on. I have a little bit more weight loss, but my guess is I probably had a little bit more lose than you too. So sounds like we're on the same track. Type 2 diabetes treats us a little bit differently. So awesome. Glad to hear your progress. Glad to hear it's controlling your diabetes, and what a game changer these medications are. Amy, thanks for the super chat. Very sweet of you. Also, thank you for being a member. Members of this channel are really what keeps this thing going. So thank you so much for those of you who are members of this channel as well. It's $3.90 or $2.99 a month. Of that, $2 goes to the creator, $1 goes to YouTube, and it just helps me pay for the things that I use on this channel, like the I don't need to get into all of it, but there's costs associated with creating these videos, and it helps defray that, but it also is an encouragement to me. It's like, hey, these people want this content to continue, so it keeps me motivated on the days where it's not as easy to stay motivated. In the last couple months, I got to be honest, the last couple months have been hard for me to stay motivated, titrating back, gaining a little bit of weight back, the fatigue, the whole deal. But you on the penners have kept me engaged, kept me motivated, and I thank you so much for that. Carla's on her last box of Manjaro. Insurance covers Ozempic, and I picked up my first box of it. Insurance had $80 a month, but they used the coupon and it was $25 a month, which is awesome. That's awesome, Carla, and I'm so excited to hear about how that goes for you. Which dose of Ozempic did they put you on, just out of curiosity, if you don't mind sharing? Yeah, Vanessa's coworker's A1C was 9, and it helped her stabilize that. That's excellent. Michael Jackson, awesome. Glad to have you here. Just donated $100. Enjoy. Love your content. You donated $100. I didn't see that, but wow. If you donated $100, that is amazing. Thank you so much. If it shows up on here, I will pin it. Look forward to seeing something pop up here that I can pin to the comments. Donna, welcome to the stream. Michael, I haven't heard. You got a somewhat memorable name, and I don't think I've seen you on the stream before. So we would love to have you as a channel member too, if you'd like to become a member. Michael, what dosage are you on? Are you using Manjaro? You said you love the content. Are you a diabetic? I'd love to learn more about you, especially if you're just dropping $100 into the super chats. Carla said, sorry, I think you asked a question, but the hubs was talking to me. I was just asking what level of Ozempic the doctor was putting you on. Donna with this $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Awesome. Yeah, great. Yeah. Michael, I'd love to hear more about you and your journey. Again, kind of like I said a little bit earlier, if you are new to this channel, give it a follow. Would love to have you, following the channel. If you're new, also I'm over on TikTok. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. I have a Facebook group that's been kind of growing a little bit lately, which is kind of cool. Also, BJ Davis's Discord, where the best conversation about GLP-1 medications happens on the internet. That's davisdiscord.com. It's the easiest way to get there. So yeah, that's my update. I hope that was, it's good to just check back in with all of you. It's good to hear from some of you, and even the new names like Michael Jackson. Thank you for the, I don't know, Michael, did you send that super chat, or how did you send that, that donation? Because it didn't show up here, and usually I like to give a shout out to anybody who I see those come through. But I am live streaming from my phone, and I don't know what updates I miss by virtue of being on the phone here. Carla starting at 1 milligram. See, I think that's very reasonable. You can go up to 1.5 after week 2. Yeah, see how you handle it. It gives you somewhere to go instead of starting super high and then all of a sudden you got, nausea, all the issues that come along with it, and you got to go back. Also, if you start at 1 and you're still losing at 1, it gives you somewhere to go when 1 stops working. So I like that. Terrence is on 7.5 on my second, and I asked my doctor to start me at 10 next, so I'm taking things step by step on Manjaro. That's awesome. Well, we're at 22 minutes on the stream. I plan on updating you all this week. After my doctor's appointment, I'll kind of let you know how that goes. And hopefully we'll get to the On the Pen live this week without having to do another best of show. TBD. Kids, my baseball team with my boys, we're in the playoffs, so we'll see how that goes. That could throw a monkey wrench into the week. We obviously hope they do well. They've been doing well. It's been really fun to coach them. So thank you for being the best part of this channel. Appreciate each and every one of you. Hit that like button before you leave. And thank you for being a part of this channel. You are the best part of what I do here at Mounjaro, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a